It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond, and welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. The 86th NFL Draft and the 147th running of the Kentucky Derby are in the books. So is the Detroit Tigers' string of 23 consecutive scoreless innings, but they started a new one today. And here to talk about that and much, much more is Team 396, Rico Beard, longtime Detroit radio and TV personality, Specs Howard, broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and co-host of the Mike Valeni Show with Rico on 97.1 The Ticket. How you doing, Rico?
Jack, I'm great, man. NFL draft over. Now we get to take a break, and I guess we get the summer off. Is there anything going on in the Detroit area? I think the Tigers are still playing, but nobody really pays attention to that.
Well, you talk about pro football nonstop, 52 weeks a year on your show, so at least you got some fresh things to talk about, and there's a lot of optimism. That'll keep the phone lines lit.
True, very true, because right now with Penei Sewell, every Lions fan's excited. They got somebody. Jack, the bar's so low, the Lions didn't screw it up. Let's just be real. That's what everybody's happy about.
The Lions haven't won anything since Harley Sewell was a member of their offensive line back in the 50s. So maybe another Sewell. That's what they've been looking for. Also want to welcome a first-time panelist on Press Pass. Very excited to welcome Cynthia Freeland. She is the pride of Okemos, analytics whiz with her game theory breakdowns. She is a frequent contributor to the NFL Network. I'm sure you saw her coverage of the draft, and she is a lifelong Detroit Lions fan. Cynthia, how are you?
I'm great. I love the draft weekend. It was so much fun. I mean, I'm kind of sad it's over, but this is the most hopeful time of the year because everybody is undefeated, including the Lions.
Coming to us from California, and are you glad that the draft is over, or will you just dive into some other aspect post-draft of the National Football League?
Well, as we are the NFL, we already have something on the books, meaning the schedule release, May 12th. We're really excited for that. The biggest season ever. It just means we have an extra game, right? 17 games instead of 16 for each team. And we're already looking forward to it. But we did get some great headlines this week. So I'm excited to see how, that one guy for that one team in Wisconsin, how that all nets out. And there's a bunch of great storylines coming up.
And you can follow it all on the NFL Network. We'll be right back with our draft coverage.
Central Pharmacy and Health Mart are your healthy at home experts. Congratulations to the Columbia Central class of 2021. Send us your pictures at fox47news.com/senior spotlight. Go Golden Eagles.
Attention everyone on Medicare. Did you know that millions of Americans over 65 on Medicare may not be getting all the benefits they deserve right now in 2021? With all the news about the virus and vaccines, everyone eligible for Medicare is encouraged to call 800-758-2204 now for your free, no-obligation Medicare benefits review. 2021 is here. You may be able to save money and receive additional benefits like home prescription delivery and expanded at-home telehealth visits. Call now to find out if you're eligible for a plan that includes benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, free meal delivery, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or $0 copays, plus benefits including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. You don't get these savings and additional benefits automatically, so call now. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Call 800-758-2204. 800-758-2204.
Your paycheck can be gone before you know it. We're here to help save your hard-earned wages. Discovering deals that are too good to be true. Shining a light on scams meant to rip you off. Watch Don't Waste Your Money with John Matarese. Monday on Fox 47 News at 10.
All you gotta do is hang on.
911, Monday on Fox.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else. peace of mind. Every Graf used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at grafokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graf Chevrolet in Okemos.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Tracking a Trophy segment, brought to you by The Ticket Machine at the corner of Mount Hope and Hagedorn. For the best in sports and entertainment ticketing, whenever those events resume, visit Brian and his terrific staff at theticketmachine.com. There you see Lions general manager Brad Holmes, first-round draft choice Penei Sewell, and new head coach Dan Campbell. Upon Penei's arrival in Detroit, Rico, do you know what those three gentlemen have in common?
They're all brand new to the Lions organization.
I was going to say they're all undefeated as Lions for a very short period of time. So they have that, they're part of that club. Enjoy it while they can. Cynthia, as soon as the pick was sent in, you saw the reaction in Allen Park, and I didn't know where the Lions thought they had just picked Anthony Munoz and Orlando Pace at the same time. Have you ever seen that much joy in a celebration over an offensive tackle?
I thought for a second it was going to be Justin Fields with that kind of celebration, or anyone kind of that was, I don't know, maybe a wide receiver. There were plenty of those available. No, the answer is no. And the funnier part is we get the NFL list a little sooner than the TV. And once you saw it, the whole room I was in, we were watching in a screening room together in Culver, and everyone just started laughing.
There you see Penei Sewell again as an Oregon Duck, and looks like he is going to be a franchise offensive lineman. At least that is the plan. A lot of people thought he would wind up at Cincinnati, but slides to the Lions at pick 7. Cynthia, let's take a look at all of the Lions draft picks from Thursday through Saturday. And who do you like? Who is a reach? And can you give the new regime a letter grade?
So I'm going to give them a B. We'll start with that. I think this is an interesting draft. I really want to circle and double circle their 4th round pick with St. Brown. The interesting thing about him is he really is more of a slot receiver. At least that's what he played here at USC. I watched a lot of their film as well.
Right.
So it's a little confusing who's going to be kind of the wideout one. It seems like this team is full of guys who are, wideout 2, 3, something like that. So I'm a little confused by that. And I do like the idea of fortifying the trenches. I love the Penei Sewell pick. I definitely like anything that makes it better for quarterbacks to succeed. And then the defensive tackle position, they obviously said, we're going to shore this up. The middle of our defense is a problem. And I like those picks, but it's a little, the wide receiver thing was a little confusing. Maybe that's the best word.
Well, on a couple of occasions on the Drive with Jack, you have screamed, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Did you get what you wanted?
No, I never get what I want from them. So no, but I think given where everyone fell and who's available in this draft, I think in the second round, they could have targeted a guy who was a little bit more of a true edge rusher. Yeah. But I think if this is the strategy, then I'm interested to see how it plays out. I don't necessarily think it's going to be great, but I think it's going to be a step in the right direction. There's positivity.
Rico, Amon-Ra St. Brown, you remember his brother played for Notre Dame, now with the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, I do remember him, and I remember the recruitment. Like, the father is like a Mr. America, a former Mr.
Universe.
Yeah. So
Equanimous is his name.
Equanimous. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Equanimous St. Brown. Yeah, interesting recruiting going on for those guys. But Cynthia's right. I don't know exactly if Lions have wide receiver one. They got a bunch of guys who I guess are going to go for the ball. Maybe they get lucky and find a cap casualty in free agency, but they're going to struggle if fans are including him to replace Galladay. That's probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. Cynthia, as we take a look at all of the Lions' first-round picks since 2000, and we start there because that's the Tom Brady draft, who are the three best selections in round one, and who are the three biggest duds?
I mean, you can't really argue with Calvin Johnson because
Hall of Fame.
Calvin Johnson, right?
Yeah.
So Gosder Sherrill, a great one, and then, of course, Matthew Stafford. And I like Goz a lot more. I obviously went to Boston College with him, so I watched him kind of grow up. So also a great pick. But Stafford and Megatron, it doesn't get better than that. And in fact, some of the other ones are – I forgot about for a second – the other day I was thinking about how Oregon has not done us well. So let's hope Penei Sewell changes that a little bit. I love Joey Harrington as a human being, but not good.
Rico, you have been down on
what about Ndamukong
Suh?
Jack, what about Ndamukong Suh?
Ndamukong Suh, pretty good defensive lineman. He was good for the Lions, and
I mean, he's not a great person,
right?
But
yeah.
Remember when they were like, his name means House of Spears, and I'm like, great. And then he's been kind of better on other teams, and he's lasted a really long time. But I would have expected more out of like a Nebraska guy. I like those Midwestern, like good personalities, and he's not my flavor.
Gotcha. We will be back, and we're going to take a look at the entire National Football League, who did it right and who's in trouble. Coming up next here on Press Pass.
When you take a look inside Dart Bank, you'll find a banking experience like no other. You'll find that each of our banking offices are made of local people making local decisions. Even through these challenging times, our teams and lobbies stayed open, ready to help you through all your banking and mortgage needs when you needed us most. So if you're looking to upgrade where you bank, we invite you to come see our Dart difference. After all, we've been doing this for over 94 years. Dart Bank, for what matters most.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you a free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Hey, Mid-Michigan, You Bet Your Life comes to Fox 47 this fall.
When you need help, you call family. When you have plumbing problems, you call My Family.
HEDLUND. Where's the most affordable insurance rates in Lansing? Stop One Insurance Agency. Why? Because we get creative about saving you money. Auto, motorcycle, RV, home, renters, you name it. Doesn't matter who you are, you're approved. Call Stop One Insurance today.
When you need help, you call family. When you have plumbing problems, you call My Family.
HEDLUND.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Take It to the Bank segment, brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years, with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holton South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank, for what matters most. There you see the top 15 picks in round 1 Thursday night. Didn't get quite halfway through, but we stopped at the New England Patriots, as football often does. And very little suspense in the first 2 picks, only what suits they would wear. And then Trey Lance going to the 49ers with the 3rd pick. Falcons keeping their choice, taking Kyle Pitts. And once Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle, 2 receivers, went to the Bengals and Dolphins, Penei Sewell was there for the Lions picking. Cynthia, who won the weekend? Which team did the best job, and which one spun its wheels?
So I'm a big fan of what the Browns did overall. Obviously, it helps if you don't need a quarterback. That makes drafting a bit easier.
Right.
So I think the Browns and the Panthers both did themselves a big favor. Obviously, the Browns, I love the strategy that the Browns took of doubling down on who they picked in free agency. So they went with a corner in free agency. Then they got Greg Newsome, a corner from Northwestern. They got Tack McKinley, who's a defensive tackle. So they're fortifying their front. Then they doubled down and they went pass rusher. So they're really kind of taking the things that matter most and adding depth to the position. They even added at O-line. So I liked that a ton. And then the Panthers kind of did something similar with J.C. Horn. That was the corner that they wanted. They really said, all right, we're going with Sam Darnold. We're not going to mess around. We're not going to go get a different quarterback. We're going to take this strategy and we're going to run with it. And then they got Terrace Marshall, who I really like. He's a big body receiver, a nice, he's kind of like a basketball player, contested catch guy, almost 82% of contested catches he came down with. So I like those 2 strategies a lot, but I'm not going to lie, the Bears did a great job too. Getting Justin Fields and then taking Tevin Jenkins at that tackle position. They're in good shape. They may have saved their jobs, both the coach and the GM.
Cynthia, as we take a look at the top 10 quarterbacks picked, 5 of them in the first round, which of the non-first rounders will be a Pro Bowl player, and which of the top 5 will be a dud?
I don't know if any of those are going to be Pro Bowl players, at least not soon. I'm interested to see, look, I talked to the Texans. I thought they had a horrible draft. I don't think the Texans are going to be getting good. You've heard me talk not so great about the Texans all year. Davis Mills probably should have gone back to college for another year. He had very few starts and a knee injury. They believe he has Matt Ryan-like upside. I don't know if I believe it, but they believe that because I saw Matt Ryan win a bunch of games in college and have a really nice career. So way different situation, but he could be one where because he's forced to, he's the kind of guy you see start and be maybe one of those middle type of players. And then as far as busts go, I don't know. It's interesting to me. Trey Lance could go either way. We've only seen him have 17 starts. Yes, he's super physical. He can get to the next level as a runner. I don't know. And I trust Kyle Shanahan in that offense. But with only 17 starts, you don't even really know who this guy is. He could be great, but it could also go the other way. And they gave up so much to get him that it seems like this is some risky business over there.
Let's do the same thing with the receivers and take a look at the 4 who went in rapid order, and then Kadarius Toney also at the Giants trading down. And which of those is the biggest risk, and which of the other 5 do you really like?
So I don't understand if Toney's allowed. I don't love the Toney pick. I think that's a B-, but they did get more value. And then they went back and got an edge rusher in the second round. So they kind of redeemed themselves. But I don't know if I think that's a great fit. Tony's a slot guy. He'll be fine, but not great. I think the other ones are all excellent. And Kyle Pitts is just generational probably. So I like him. The other one that I really like, Rondale Moore for Arizona. He's a slot receiver. Very familiar with him in Big Ten country. Fits so well alongside some of those other guys Nuke. And then they picked up A.J. Green, too. So he's going to have a great opportunity right away.
And what about Green Bay, the big story? Aaron Rodgers saying he doesn't want to be a Packer. If we look at the NFC quarterbacks, which franchise would you want to be and not want to be?
I definitely think that it's real that Aaron Rodgers, I do not think Aaron Rodgers will play as a Packer. Maybe I'm putting myself on blast here, but I think that he's not going to be there.
We will be right back, and much more conversation. We're going to take a Big Ten look at this coming up.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-919-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-919-6947.
Let everyone have some fun. In the all-new 911 Lone Star, Monday on Fox.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
When you take a look inside Dart Bank, you'll find a banking experience like no other. You'll find that each of our banking offices are made of local people making local decisions. Even through these challenging times, our teams and lobbies stayed open, ready to help you through all your banking and mortgage needs when you needed us most. So if you're looking to upgrade where you bank, we invite you to come see our Dart difference. After all, we've been doing this for over 94 years. Dart Bank, for what matters most.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for The Big Picture, brought to you by Dean Transportation. Dean is hiring caring and dependable people as school bus drivers in many Michigan markets. Be a hero in your community and safely transport children to and from school with Dean. For more information and to apply, visit deantransportation.com/jobs. That's deantransportation.com/jobs. There you see the 4 schools. Oops, better make it 3. Michigan State did not have a player picked. A couple signing as free agents, Shakur Brown with the Steelers and Naquan Jones with the Titans. But that leaves Florida, USC, and Michigan as the only 3 schools in the country that have had a player picked every year in the common draft. And Michigan State had a streak 80 years, and that is now history in the books. Rico, with MSU leaving that prestigious club, what does that say about the 3 survivors? And what does it tell us about the talent that Mel Tucker inherited last season?
I mean, as far as the 3 survivors, I mean, it's kind of cool club to be in. I mean, 80 years, and they're not going to be going on 81 plus years. It's nice. You know who's missing from there? Alabama, just a team that supplies the entire first round. So if you're Michigan State,
Notre Dame.
Yeah, if you're Michigan State, it's gone, but strive to be more like Bama than the other 3 teams. As far as Mel Tucker, I mean, Jack, you see, from all the guys that are leaving the program, he wasn't left, put it this way, cupboards were not only empty, they weren't there. He had to build cupboards first, and now he's stocking them with people from the transfer portal.
Cynthia, the Big Ten had 7 first-round picks, and as we look at them, some guys I think have a real chance to do some things in this league. That is one more first-round pick than the Crimson Tide, but more than any league except the SEC, which had 12 taken Thursday night. Did you ever think you'd see Northwestern with twice as many first-rounders as Ohio State?
I got to hand it to Coach Fitz, because one of the reasons that happened was because the team stayed so healthy and so dominant in COVID in terms of staying like with the protocols and being able to play all their games. Because I know that the tackle Rashawn Slater obviously opted out, but Greg Newsome probably wouldn't have been on that list had they not played last season, which is kind of a testament to the whole league being able to work together to make these games happen. And by the way, Ohio State had more people drafted than Alabama as a whole, like all 7 rounds. Just saying.
Rico, if we look at the number of players drafted from all of the Big Ten schools, Cynthia mentioned Ohio State, and Michigan right there with 8. Michigan always has a lot of players drafted. It doesn't necessarily show up in the standings. Is it even more amazing, Michigan State with an egg there, that the Spartans beat a Michigan team in week 2 that had designs on the college football playoff and did that in Ann Arbor, and then dominated the West Division champion Wildcats, 2 top picks, and so much to play for?
It does, Jack. I'm still scratching my head. I don't know how they won either one of those games with the talent they had out in the field. But you know what? Not to contradict Cynthia, yes, Ohio State had more picks, but when you put more people in the first round, that tells me you have the most dominant team in football. You know, you go to other schools and, yeah, I can get you into the league. Nick Saban can say, you come to Alabama, I'll get you in the first round, son. It's a little bit of a difference. But as far as Michigan State, I have no idea how they beat Michigan. I have no idea how they beat Northwestern. Rocky Lombardi is going to be the legend that, you know, and then he transfers out and he goes to Northern Illinois. Go figure. 2020. Let's just blame 2020.
Cynthia, I want to get your take on this Wolverines draft contingent on the 8 players who are leaving Ann Arbor and heading to various NFL training camps. And other than Kwity Paye, picked by the Colts, I guess that's proof that someone from U of M can get to Indy. Which of Jim Harbaugh's players has the best chance for stardom?
Well, I really liked Nico Collins, but I hate the Texans, so I feel bad for him. But I think Jalen Mayfield, who was a Falcons pick, is a really solid pick. First of all, to get him in round 3, a lot of people I talked to had him as a late first-round talent at that tackle position. Of course, the Raiders kind of throwing this weird wrench, picking someone who really wasn't ranked very highly amongst most people who I trust's board. So Jalen Mayfield, that's going to be a nice pick for Matt Ryan this year, whomever's the quarterback going forward. I really liked that one.
Rico, when you think that Michigan had a fullback drafted, and a lot of teams don't even have that position in the National Football League, and also a long snapper, and you get a guy like Shakur Brown with his 5 interceptions waiting by the phone, I guess it just shows the importance of testing.
Yeah, Jack, you can't be a cornerback and run a 4.6 40. Yeah. He kind of frowns upon that, and that's probably the difference. He would have been better off opting out and not choosing to run a 40-yard, and he would have been drafted. But he chose to run it, ran it poorly, and it cost him.
Yeah, I think he would have been better off maybe coming back for another year, but that was his choice. We will be right back. Our Going Green segment, talking basketball.
The Ticket Machine is your local connection to concert, theater, and sporting event tickets nationwide. Our entertainment experts are ready to help you create a memorable experience, trusted by fans for more than 20 years. Whether you're looking for tickets for your corporate outing, family excursion, or vacation, we offer the best seats and the best prices. Grab a front row seat now on theticketmachine.com.
When you take a look inside Dart Bank, you'll find a banking experience like no other. You'll find that each of our banking offices are made of local people making local decisions. Even through these challenging times, our teams and lobbies stayed open, ready to help you through all your banking and mortgage needs when you needed us most. So if you're looking to upgrade where you bank, we invite you to come see our Dart difference. After all, we've been doing this for over 94 years. Dart Bank, for what matters most.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And bills.
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Visit fox47news.com/rebound for help managing the pressure.
Fast Wi-Fi. It really does make everything better.
Switch, jump.
So at Xfinity, we're not stopping at fast.
Come on. Pick that up. Right there.
We're breaking the gig barrier with the fastest Wi-Fi you can get. Because we know your Wi-Fi is powering more devices than ever before. Check out our new gig speed Wi-Fi or any of our other speed options. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $25 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit a store today.
This is not just a mask. It's a bridge to better days. The path back to togetherness and protection for those we love. So until we all get the COVID-19 vaccine and build community immunity, which will take time, stay careful, mask up, and social distance. Spread hope, not COVID.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Going Green segment, brought to you by Graf Chevrolet and Graf Nissan on West Grand River in Okemos. With 107 years in the automobile business, they'll take great care of you, as they have on all 7 of my leases and purchases. For a new or used vehicle, go green, go Graf. There you see Imani Bates, a state champion at Ypsilanti Lincoln. And then the star, the show at Ypsi Prep, got national attention with his commitment to Michigan State, probably premature. And then he says, I would like to thank Tom Izzo and the coaching staff at Michigan State, but I've decided to reopen my recruitment. I'm not sure what my future holds, but I'm keeping all of my options open, both college and pro. Rico, I never expected Imani Bates to play 1 second of college basketball, but what's the deal with this statement? What is he trying to say here?
Jack, I think he actually said it in the statement. He doesn't know what he wants to do. I think he's got too many people pulling on him. He's got people saying, you need to go here, you need to go there, you need to play here, you need to play there, you need to get yourself ready for the league. Maybe you need to go to the G League. Maybe you need to go to college. Maybe you need to go overseas. He's got so many people telling him what to do that I think this young man told us the truth. I don't know what I want to do. And I think I want to take a step back and see what's going on. We'll see. I mean, he did not have that great of a year this year. The whole Jaden Akins being kicked off the team.
Yeah. Think that had something to do with it, that maybe he felt the coaching staff had made their choice. And I know that Tom Izzo helped Jaden Akins land on his feet at Sunrise Christian.
It could be. You never know what's going on with, man. That camp is a different type of camp. But it was something that probably the adults in the room should have just said, guys, you're friends, work this out, hug it out, let's go win some games. Instead, they let it get too far, too gone.
Yeah.
Your MSU, honestly, you don't have to deal with this circus anymore. You don't have to deal with it. And now if you're Tom Izzo, you go out and you find people who want to come there. And if you can't find any incoming freshmen, you go hit that transfer portal.
Rico, let's take a look at the 2021-22 roster, projected roster. Do you think MSU is done acquiring talent? Have 11 scholarship players. That looks like more than enough, with 3 touted freshmen, a treasured portal addition at the point, and at least 3 new players not on basketball scholarships. But hey, you got one of them who had a 60-point game and a quadruple double, and I don't care who he played. And the other one was a heralded player, and both those guys are going to be playing football. Can they help?
I think Michigan State's probably going to try to add one more person, but it's going to be the right person, whether it's a wing player or whether it's a big man who can come in there and rebound and block shots and alter things. Somebody to kind of be that force that they probably haven't seen since the days of, maybe Nick Ward. but you need probably one more player, Jack. So, yeah, either a wing or a big man. I think they're all set point guard-wise. The football players coming in, man, that's an added bonus. But let's face it, if Mel Tucker can get them to a bowl game,
right,
they might be joining the team until January.
Yeah. Rico, switching sports, it has been 8 days since the end of spring football at Michigan State, and it was our first chance to compare Peyton Thorne and Anthony Russo from what you saw last Saturday.
Peyton Thorne.
Do you think that Mel Tucker shares that opinion? Would you expect Peyton Thorne to start at Northwestern?
Yes, I do think that Peyton Thorne starts at Northwestern. Peyton Thorne was out there first. He was for every drill that they did. He was the first quarterback throwing. When they did the 1s versus 2s, he was the first one out the gate. To me, I think that it was his job to lose, and he didn't lose it. He solidified the job.
Jerry DiNardo was with us this week, and he said he thought that Peyton Thorne would have more of a lead, but he didn't see that based on the competition Saturday. I thought Peyton Thorne looked pretty good, but I thought he looked pretty good in his limited opportunities last year as well. I want to talk for a minute about a guy who was at the spring game and made it official, committed to Michigan State, and that is Quavaris, don't call me Graham Crouch, linebacker who started 10 games last year for Tennessee, former North Carolina Player of the Year. What does he bring to East Lansing?
More athletic Antoine Simmons. He's a day one starter. You can go ahead and pencil him in right there. And that's not a knock on Antoine Simmons because Antoine Simmons was the leader of that defense. But you get a guy who's actually a legitimate 6'3". Imagine if Antoine Simmons was 6'3", he picks off that pass against Michigan.
Yeah.
For Michigan State and Mel Tucker, and Scotty Hazelton, this is the type of player that you need. Crouch will get you. He'll be a type that gets drafted.
We'll be right back. We'll talk to Tigers. Yes, we have to. Coming up on Press Pass.
Congratulations to our senior Aggies in the class of 2021. Be sure to post a Fox 47 senior shoutout so that everyone can celebrate you. Go Aggies!
Looking to remodel? A new kitchen, bathroom, flooring? American Flooring and American Home Kitchen in Bath and Okemos has your solution. The one-stop shop for all your kitchen, bathroom, and flooring needs. Our talented and experienced designers are ready and standing by to help you realize all your remodeling dreams. The best brands in flooring, cabinets, countertops, appliances, tile, decor, and more. It's all under one roof. Visit our showrooms at Marsh Road and Central Park Drive in Okemos, across from the Meridian Mall.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Leno. I'm hosting a brand new version of the classic game show, You Bet Your Life. If you'd like to be a contestant, go to youbetyourlife.com to sign up. The show comes on this fall. Oh, and if you have a funny topic or headline you'd like to see on the program, send it in. We'll check it out. Come win some money. You Bet Your Life, coming this fall.
You can help middle school girls succeed. Please sign up for the Lighting the Path virtual luncheon on May 5th.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Law of the Jungle segment, brought to you by Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, your healthy alternative to fast food. Eat Woody's and live longer. Stop and see Chuck, Delita, and their terrific staff for the best in Mediterranean food. That's why I'm there every week. I apologize if you've just had something to eat, but there you see a bloody, beaten orb, and you know what I call that, Rico?
What's that?
That's the eye of the tiger, because they have been beaten into submission all week. And hey, you get shut out 3 times in 4 games. Amazing. But let's take a look at this 1-6 week, the epitome of futility for Detroit. And now you see a team that is 8-21 for the year, but had 1 win over the White Sox, and the White Sox got so mad after a rain out, they came back with a makeup doubleheader and bludgeoned the Tigers. And then the Yankees said, well, that looks like a plan. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. And Detroit is shut out 3 times in 4 games. Rico, when you think about a span of 23 innings from Thursday through Saturday and no runs, back-to-back shutouts by a combined score of 21-0, managed just 7 runs in 23 innings. What would you do if you were hired as this team's hitting coach?
Try to find a local church or a chapel, somebody that can help me out, priest, something. It's Jack. You know, it's an old phrase, garbage in, garbage out. They don't have real major league players. They got a lot of 4A players. They got a lot of guys who should probably be playing in AA or AAA, but they're up right now. To me, this all still goes on to Al Avila. I don't know how he still has a job. Yeah. I mean, this guy makes Bob Quinn look like a genius. This team is horrible. And the sad reality is all your best players are still 2 and 3 years away from coming up and doing something. There's no hope. I mean, you saw with the Lions in their draft, and you saw what the Pistons did with their draft, and what Steve Eisman brings the credibility. The Tigers are just there, Jack.
Right.
And to answer your question, nothing. There's nothing you can do because this team is going to be historically bad.
Rico, I want to take a look at the Tigers' batting averages after Saturday's game. Yeah, I want to take a look at these 11 batting averages. And they didn't do much to boost them today, but aside from Jeimer Candelario at 279, none of the other Tigers 10 players here above 228. And after a memorable opening day, Miguel Cabrera down to 125. I think it went south even today. But how frustrating is it that he's on pace to be paid more than $1 million per RBI?
It's ridiculous, Jack. I mean, the old phrase, you need to hit your weight, man. You got some anorexic ball players playing for the Tigers. It's bad. But once again, when you see that list, you see a lot of guys who they're just in over their head. I mean, Akil Baddoo, he was a great flavor of the week, but you knew Water was going to find this level, and Water found this level really fast with this team. Expect more disappointing games, expect more losses, expect more times that they don't score a run. That's just going to be how it is. Jack, you're going to be putting that eye of a tiger up a lot more this summer.
Rico, A.J. Hinch's first Tiger team as manager, averaging 2.8 runs and just 6.3 hits per game, but 10.2 strikeouts, having a very difficult time making contact. Do you see why we used that bloody eye socket to open the segment? And can you recommend a local ophthalmologist?
No, but if I could, I'd tell A.J. Hinch to probably hit the transfer portal. Maybe you can get some help there because that's the only thing that can save this team this year. Just they're bad. You can't even bring in big name free agents, Jack. Sorry.
Let's take a look at the 5 worst records in Major League Baseball through Saturday, and Tigers lead something. They lead that list ahead of the Twins, Rockies, Marlins, and Rangers. And if you look at what Detroit has done since 2011, Rico, the first 4 years from 2011 through 2014, the Tigers averaged 91.5 wins a year. The last three, you're talking about 78 wins over the past 31 months.
Yeah.
And Tigers already hold the major league record for the fewest wins in a 3-year period with 134. Unless they get 64 this season, they're going to break that record. No. They're on pace to win 44.7, and that would give them 115 wins over a 3-year period. And the Mariners had 116 in 1 year alone back in 2001. We'll be back next with Marquise Gray.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Buck. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Buck Home, I knew there would be a lot of orders to fill, and I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation helps manage orders, reduce shipping costs, and print out shipping labels. It's my secret ingredient.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang Buck.
Go to shipstation.com/deal and get 2 months free.
The home buying process can be complex, but there are things that you can do to put yourself in the best financial position possible. We have a team at Astera Credit Union that is dedicated to helping you achieve that. Please visit us at asteracu.com or call 517-321-5142.
All new Prodigal Son, Tuesday at 9 on Fox.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as the side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Value and Values segment, brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, a statewide organization with a proud history. The MHSAA supports broad-based opportunities for growth and teaches life lessons through the value and values of high school athletics. There you see a photo of the MHSAA Division III boys basketball champions, the Flint Beecher Buccaneers, and I'm happy to be joined by a terrific player for the Bucks, a 5-star recruit for Michigan State, and now an assistant coach for the winningest program in the state in the last 10 years. Marquise Gray joins us. Queese, welcome to Press Pass.
Hey, how you doing, man? Thank you for having me.
You were a Class C runner-up as a player, I think 18 years ago, and you were an NCAA runner-up with Michigan State 12 years ago, an unforgettable Final Four at Ford Field. Now, after a successful playing career overseas, you are back as a trusted aide on Mike Williams' staff and a state champ where it all began. Now, what's the lesson to be learned from the journey of Marquise Gray?
Trust in God. He brings everything full circle. For me, it's been, an amazing ride. It's been, kind of like a fairy tale because I never imagined in a million years that I would be, coaching at my alma mater.
Right.
And alone being part of 2 championship teams.
We know that Mike Williams has won 6 state titles as a coach, and he's had tremendous guard play from Mr. Basketball, Monty Morris, and Jalen Terry, and now Keon Menefield Jr., probably the most underrated player in the state.
Absolutely.
But what's the secret to winning 6 titles in that short a span?
I think the secret is there is no secret. Hard work, dedication, and paying attention to the small stuff, the small details, the little intricate parts that most people kind of overlook. Making sure that, one, you got the trust of the kids, and once they know that you care about them, then they trust you.
Yeah, there you go.
And once they know that you care about them,
they say that they need to know how much you care before they care how much you know. And I mentioned Keon a moment ago. How does anyone score 37 points in 29 minutes in the state championship game and still be a little under the radar?
I wish I had a legit answer for that question. That kid is special. I don't know where he's going to end up. I don't know where he's going, but wherever he goes, he will be, just a great player. And beyond just being a great player, the kid has character. He's a really good kid, and that's what I love about him the most.
Well, I'm hoping he winds up at Eastern Michigan playing for Stan Heath, but his recruitment very different from yours. We said you were a 5-star prospect and you came to Michigan State. You didn't have maybe the career of your dreams, but you did start 50 games for the Spartans, and you averaged over 57% from the field. And I think we have a picture of you going up against Connecticut at Ford Field, and a pair of games that drew more than 145,000 fans. What was that experience like?
It's really tough to put into words, playing one in your hometown, in front of hometown people. I guess the thing that's most memorable is the time you spend in the locker room with the guys. Those bonds are forever. What can I say, man? I'm lucky and I was blessed. God blessed me to be 6'9" and be able to jump at least at one point in time. So,
well, you're gonna catch yourself saying some of the things that Tom Izzo said when you were playing. Congratulations, or wherever your basketball journey takes you.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you a free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemus.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
When you take a look inside Dart Bank, you'll find a banking experience like no other. You'll find that each of our banking offices are made of local people making local decisions. Even through these challenging times, our teams and lobbies stayed open, ready to help you through all your banking and mortgage needs when you needed us most. So if you're looking to upgrade where you bank, we invite you to come see our Dart difference. After all, we've been doing this for over 94 years. Dart Bank, for what matters most.
Hello, Mid-Michigan. I'm Gabby Dunham, your neighborhood reporter from Michigan State Campus.
Looking to remodel? A new kitchen, bathroom, flooring? American Flooring and American Home Kitchen and Bath in Okemos has your solution. The one-stop shop for all your kitchen, bathroom, and flooring needs. Our talented and experienced designers are ready and standing by to help you realize all your remodeling dreams. The best brands in flooring, cabinets, countertops, appliances, tile, decor, and more. It's all under one roof. Visit our showrooms at Marsh Road and Central Park Drive in Okemos, across from the Meridian Mall.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for a cool and smooth segment brought to you by 4 great Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Okemos North and South, North Lansing, and West Lansing. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious butter burgers and premium frozen custard. Swing through any Culver's drive-thru and grab your fresh favorites. That's Culver's. Culver's, delicious.
Field arrives at the top of the stretch of the Kentucky Derby. Medina Spirit cuts the corner. Mandaloon is right there. Hot Rod Charlie and Essential Qualities charging down the center of the track, racing for the mid-stretch marker. Mandaloon strikes the front with a furlong to go, but Medina Spirit is fighting on. Hot Rod Charlie is there. Essential Quality. Bezos is back in 5th. There's just 100 yards left in the Derby. Medina Spirit's trying to hold. Mandaloon is right there, but Medina Spirit did it. Medina Spirit for Bob Baffert. Another winner for him. Mandaloon, Hot Rod.
What a finish in the 147th Kentucky Derby, and Medina Spirit, the little horse that could, got it done. And even Bob Baffert trying to tell the owner, hey, it might not end well. This is probably not going to work for you. But it did, certainly did. And it was an exciting race yesterday at Churchill Downs. All right. Team 396, who has been as cool and smooth as a Culver's mint explosion this week? Rico Beard, what do you have for us with our play of the week?
I don't know, Jack. Bob Baffert, he did his best DJ Khaled impression, saying another one and another one. But here's what I want to go with. The play of the week may have been I don't know if you want to call it a play or the hoodwinking of the NFL. Had to go to the San Francisco 49ers. Had everybody thinking Mac Jones was going to be their guy. They didn't tell a soul. You know how hard it is to say nothing to no one? I mean, it didn't leak out. And the next thing you know, Trey Lance? What? Yeah, I got to give it to the 49ers. You kept a secret. You kept that thing quiet. Now let's hope it was worth the moving up.
Cynthia, in the interest of full disclosure, we should let the world know that Rico Beard is a big-time 49ers fan. Early on, gave up on the Lions, was interested in adopting another team, and Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, that looked like a pretty good place to go, and got a lot of championships as a result. Cynthia,
what do you need my pick qualified? I don't need that qualified. It's still a brilliant move. Cynthia, listen nothing to this man. Go ahead.
Cynthia, what do you have for us for our team of the week?
Well, I'm going to talk about my beloved Michigan State Spartans. The basketball team is the one that I think about a lot. Tom Izzo, who's best friends with one of my colleagues, Steve Mariucci, who we all love, obviously. Steve Mariucci and him go way back, so all the way to Iron Mountain. Why do I pick the basketball team? Because they just got better by subtraction. Imani Bates no longer going to be a Michigan State Spartan, which means the team is back. The good guys, the ones you want to root for, those are the ones that are going to be on the court. And that's where I always like to go. Let's go for great teammates, just like this show. All the bad ones could just see you later. Out.
You're going to be as popular with Team Bates as Rico is right now, but that's okay.
Just get ready for those messages from Papa. So
for our player of the week, I want to go with players of the week. It was Derby 7 for Bob Baffert, and one of the most surprising that he has ever had. It was Derby 4 for John Velasquez. Here he's a guy who is now one behind Eddie Arcaro and Bill Hartack for the most ever. And how about this horse? $1,000, $1,000, and then was resold for $35,000. You just do not get Kentucky Derby winners for that price tag. But my player of the week is Michigan State two-time All-America punter, Greg Montgomery, three-time NFL punting leader, champion, on the Gregory H. Montgomery Jr. Foundation for Mental Health this week in Naples, Florida. A tremendous benefit, raised $67,000. Greg, you're doing great things even when you're gone. We'll be back next week, everyone. Have a great week.